Hi, this is an unboxing review of the Silicon Power Xpower RAM. This is a kit of 2x8 GB for a total of 16 GB. This is DDR3 and its rated speed is 1600 MHz. It comes in a package like this, look really nice as you can see. You have your red heatsink here. In the back you have some information, supported Intel XMP profile, and this is version 1.3. Other than that, not much information, so let's just go ahead and unbox it and install it. So here's the closest shot of the RAM. As you can see, you have this nice big heatsink that's sticking out that much. So if you have RAM space restriction, you gotta make sure this is okay. This is a little bit over half an inch on top of your RAM. So here, let's look at some. So my current PC I built a few years ago. It has a G-Skill Ripsaw 8 GB RAM running at 1600 MHz. I recently upgraded to a Muskin Bloodline 16 GB, also 1600 MHz, and I do notice a nice performance increase because of the upgrade in RAM, because I use it for a lot of multimedia things like editing videos, editing photos, and playing some games. So then recently I also got this, and I basically take out the Muskin and swap this in and put it in place. As far as day-to-day performance, I did not notice any increase in power because I expect them to be about the same, and they were the same. The only difference was in the benchmark number. I do notice that this Xpower series is slightly faster than the Muskin, but that is to be expected. The Muskin was not really a crazy high performance RAM that I bought. I just bought it because it was a pretty decent reliable RAM and it has pretty good value, so that's why I bought it. And with this Xpower you do see a small amount of increase in benchmark, but as far as day-to-day use I didn't notice that much increase. So I ran an IDA 64 Extreme benchmark, and these are the numbers you can see on screen here for the read, write, copy, and latency. As you can see, the numbers are pretty close together. However, this Xpower does has a smaller advantage, especially over the write speed and the latency speed. I think that's a pretty nice increase. I do want to point out that the RAM itself is actually a pretty tall RAM, as you previously saw when I unboxed it. So you gotta make sure that you have space inside your computer. In my computer I have a Hyper 212 Evo cooler, and that cooler actually take up a lot of space. And in my motherboard, where my 4-slot RAM is, I basically had to put the Muskin, which is slightly a little bit shorter, right next to the cooler, because the Xpower here take up a little more space in height and it wouldn't fit down. So in my time of using it for the past 2 weeks or so, I did not notice any problem with the RAM. I ran plenty of intensive application on it, and I play a lot of video games, and it seemed to run perfectly fine just like the other RAM. So I hope your short little review helped you in your purchase decision, and if you have any question, please let me know in the comment below, and as always, stay tuned for future review. Thank you.